So let's start, guys. Welcome back. Okay, so we were doing MCQs. So we are left with two here, 19 and 20. So we are doing right now 19 and 20. Online people, please check audible, visible, so that we start. Good afternoon, guys. We are doing case number 19. Now see what it says. Lesco Pharma and Lab Private Limited, a pharmaceutical company based on Lucknow, UP, was incorporated on 1st May 2005. Over the years, the company, under the direction of promoters and founders Anant and Vivan, who founded it along with some of the close friend near relatives, became a leading manufacturer, trader, and exporter of wide range of pharmaceutical tablets, energy supplements, capsules, energy drink, etc. It is worth mentioning Lesco Pharma has been steering its way to success and by with the support of its members and robust management team consisting of. So the first para was story. Okay, full story it is. Now Anand, the CMD, Vivan, the WTD, Aikta, Aikta, Advait, director, Trilokadish, director. Complicated names they keep. Chaturbhuj, the director. Okay, very complicated names. And they keep simple name A, B, C, D, E, F. Then, at present, Lesco has a paid up capital of 100 crores. The turnover has touched 500 crores in 2024. The working capital availed was 50 crores. So, some data they have given, so they would be testing something for sure around this. Okay. The company is duly maintaining and preserving copies of all the documents and information filed by it with the ROC at the time of incorporation. It is not out of place to mention that though the entire financial 23-24 went by as per the plans discussed and finalized in various meetings, but despite the best efforts of the company and due to unforeseen circumstances, there was a drop in the profit and ultimately to the dismay of the directors. The bottom line was in the red, though marginally, showing loss to the extent of 22 lakhs loss. As always, the company took AGM as an opportunity to build goodwill with the shareholder and tried to convey the company cared for them and was committed itself to transparency. Wow. Each and every stakeholder was aware that it was an event where important decisions regarding corporate governance would be made. It would provide an opportunity to its shareholders to hold the directors accountable and ensure that the company operated in the best interest of the stakeholders. It was, but natural for the members to look up to the AGM to know about the declaration of dividend too. And so more so the percentage of dividend to be declared there at story. Being a universal fact, the dividend payout has always remained an important, crucial part of the company ka cash flow, while the shareholders expect to receive dividend regularly despite incurring of loss. There was a loss. So was the case with the 176 members of the company. It would be pertinent to note that in earlier 5 years, Lesco Pharma and Labs declared dividend at the following rates. Okay, this was the last 5 years ka data they have given. Is it useful for us? 3 years relevant for us. Okay, preceding 3 years. One of the directors, Aikta, was quite apprehensive regarding the declaration of the dividend due to the fact the company had not made any profits during the year 23-24. Rather, it incurred a loss to the extent of 22 lakhs, the figure which came from the previous page. Okay. She strongly contended that paying dividend was a matter of financial choice and accordingly the board should take an informed decision. The priority for the board needs to be ensure the cash flow is maintained in the first instance and only thereafter the happiness of the members can be considered. Oh, what story they have made. Nonsense these people are talking. However, all other directors were of the opinion that to maintain the tradition of declaring dividend every year, ways should be explored to declare dividend even if there was a loss. Madhu, there's a pigeon Uber. There. हाँ, देख लेना मतलब बाद में हाँ. Then, as regards following the good governance standards, Lesco Pharma and Labs is quite regular in filing the FS and annual return as and when they become due. Full nonsense story they're talking. The audit report for the financial year, the audit report for the financial year, oh my God, one more para. Still going on. 2024 duly prepared by the SAT auditor Shekhar and Associates and submitted to the board of the company, had specifically mentioned that the company had in place adequate internal financial controls with reference to financial statement and the operating effectiveness of the control was up to the required level of satisfaction. I had taught you all this somewhere. Internal financial controls. F point A, B, C, D, E, F, O. Okay. Rhonda. Bad name. Okay. Either they could have Honda, they're saying Rhonda. Okay. Citizen of Singapore, who holds the office of the WTD in Singapore based Super Health Hospital PT Limited, is a good friend of Trilokadish for the past 10 years. This Singaporean company, which along with the hospital chain pharmacies and primary care and diagnostic center in its own country, is interested in showing a presence in India. They want to establish place of business in India. Rhonda, while in a candid talk with Trilokadish, discussed the matters of opening a branch in Lucknow. So that her company, her company, so Rhonda is a girl. Oh. So that her company could grab business opportunities in India, which included providing healthcare and other related services, thus helping her company in generating more income in times to come. After due formalities and genuine assistance from Trilokadish, Super Health established a branch in Lucknow, a city known for its culture, cuisine, and architecture in August 24. Full story. Okay. Now, if you see 2.5 page of nonsense story, it is. This now because of the experience you are sitting with me for the past 20 MCQs we have done. So you should know this. They are given some signing of FS ka concept. This they must have given some internal audit or rotation ka concept. Okay. This they have given about dividend ka average you are supposed to remove. Okay. This story talk about that whether in the loss can you declare the dividend or not. Okay. Then this story talks about something internal financial controls. This talks about either FEMA or a foreign company. Okay. So these are the chapter ka hints. Now understand. From the case, it was observed that the directors of Lesco are desirous of declaring dividend at the AGM to be held at some future date in September 24. Though for the financial year, its bottom line was marginal in red, showing loss to the extent of 22 lakhs. Out of the four options, which one do you think is correct? So you have to choose correct one thing. Tell me, what's your answer? That. Online people, please answer. First one is, as per us, it is C. Jew. It can be gathered from the case that Lesco declared dividend at the rate of 10% in the year 22-23. As regarding certain amounts to transfer to reserves. How much amount do you think must have been transferred to the reserve account before declaration of dividend? Transfer to reserve. Choose the correct option. Transfer to reserve. Choose the correct option. So they're saying 5%, 2.5%, 1%. Why? Transfer to reserve is voluntary. B. B. Oh, sorry. D. 2 ka is D. Third. The above case scenario reveals that in spite of incurring loss to the extent 22 lakhs in the preceding financial year, LESCO is still contemplating declaration of dividend at the appropriate rate at the forthcoming AGM. For the purpose of declaring dividend, under such situation, the company is permitted to draw from the accumulated profits earned by it in the previous year and transfer to specified reserve. As regards the withdrawal of declaration of dividend, you are required to choose the most suitable option from those mentioned as to the maximum how much can be drawn considering the applicable provision. So they are saying we have laws, so we'll be using, so we don't have profit right now. So what we'll be using? Reserves. So basically you need to check how much amount you have to withdraw. Tell me guys. All what is the percentage there? 10% of paid up share capital plus free reserves. Okay. So third one is B. Fourth. This I have not taught you. Try using your brain. We have done this in little of accounts of company, I think. Under normal circumstances, AGM is convened by giving at least 21 clear days notice to the members. Okay, and all of the members were entitled to receive notice. Now, if they want to give shorter notice of less than 21 clear days, we have done this with regards to FS. We have done. I have not taught you regarding notice ka thing, but the provision is same. Generally, if you know the FS should be sent 21 days prior. If some members say, sir, no, why are you keeping 21 days a gap? Let's keep 5 days a gap or 10 days a gap. So you are keeping less days, okay? Choose. Tell me. Apple ball, cat dog. Apple. It is a apple. 95% only. 80, 85, 90. There is no value. It is 95 only. 95. Okay. Let's check the answer. C, C. Two kadi, two kadi. Three kabi, three kabi. Fourth is A, fourth is A. All four right. All four right. Story was waste, total waste. So even if you don't read, still you can get the answer. So two and a half side ka story. Let's do case number 20. You want to do direct or story? Direct? Try. Correct statement. The max tenure for an individual auditor and an auditor firm. Tell me, one is C, one is C. That's second. State the correctness of the procedure explained for an appointment of the auditor. Story we need to read now. But still I can get the answer. Now we need to read the entire story. The first is a para waste. Waste. Very weird sound it was. Miss Sarah, diligent board member, raised a question regarding the tenure of order. She asked whether there were any restrictions on the duration on which order could be appointed. The board referred blah blah blah. Story. D. Patel, Dr. Patel, a seasoned member of the board, then inquired about the procedure for appointing first auditor of the company. Mr. Jack explained that the first auditor will be appointed by the board within 30 days from the date of registration. However, if the board fails to appoint, then the members of the company would appoint the auditor at an AGM within 90 days. Okay. Amidst the discussion, Mr. CS, the company secretary, emphasized the importance of obtaining written consent and certificate before their appointment. Mr. Jack concluded the meeting by reiterating the company compliance to corporate governance and regulatory compliance. He emphasized the role of audit committee. Oh, they have not given only. So you need to see appointment of first order. They are saying board will appoint within 30 days and members will appoint within 90 days. Choose. Tell me. Who kabi? Correct it is. 30 days only. No? 30 days. I was just confused regarding correct and incorrect. What they had given the story. You need to just verify that. Third. Wow. This is so very easy. During the meeting, Ms. Sarah asked whether a relative of a director can be appointed as an auditor, can be appointed as a company auditor. What does the Companies Act state with regard to disqualification? It's basically provision. Relatives of directors can be appointed as auditor without any restriction if they're qualified chartered accountants. Tell me, third ka answer, guys. Why B? Baby wala example, person whose relative is a director or KMP in the company cannot be auditor, right? So cannot. Acha, there is an exception for that shares wala thing. If the relative is holding shares up to what amount? 1 lakh, then it is allowed face value. Okay, so 3 is B. People are saying C also here. Pecuniary relationship is with regard to the auditor. Auditor has a pecuniary business relationship. Okay, relative ka point is not there. Okay, 3 is B. 4. If the board of so and so company seeks to remove an auditor before the expiry of term, before the expiry of term, what procedure? Tell me 4. See, before na. So it's a very big thing. So which resolution? First board, then members SR, then CG. AD, CG and then SR. ADT. Which form number it is? ADT? 2. Removal is in ADT? 2. 2. 1 appointment, 2 removal, 3 resignation. C. 4 is fraud. Let's check the answer. 1 का C, 1 का C, 1 का C. 2 कभी, 2 कभी. Oops. I told you there's some twist here. Hold on, 4 ka C. What are they saying? A person is disqualified from being appointed as an auditor if they or their relative or partner hold any security. So they concentrate on the D wala clause. Relative may shares up to 1 lakh is allowed. After then it is disqualified. Indebtedness may up to 5 lakh is allowed. More than 5 lakh you are disqualified. Guarantee may more than 1 lakh tak it is allowed. After that it is disqualified. So they were saying, we were asking in general whether the relative of a director can be appointed as an auditor. So it says here you are saying you cannot be appointed only under any circumstances. You can be appointed if it is less than 5 lakh, less than 1 lakh. If the relative has given guarantee up to 1 lakh, then you can be there. If the relative is holding shares up to 1 lakh, then you can be appointed, right? So the appropriate answer was C. Relative of a director. They are not talking about the auditor ka relative. It's reverse. The relative of a director can be appointed as a company ka auditor. Director is there. whether a relative can be appointed as the auditor. One second. Baby is a director in Baby Limited. She is AB is a relative. Can I be appointed? One second, one second. So what are they saying here? Relative of directors can be appointed. Hmm. Yet is relative of director can be appointed as auditor if their pecuniary relationship with the company is below the prescribed limit. So their relative will not come. No? That is auditor. Auditor is there. Its firm is there. And basically, that is person or his partners or their relatives is holding it. So ideally, it should be B only. What are they trying to say? There's a mistake. Here it is relatives of director because of this word. If it had been just relative word, then you can be appointed. Right? Auditor ka relative is there. If auditor ka relative is holding shares up to 1 lakh, can I be appointed? Up to 5 lakh, if it is indebted, appointed. Then guarantee up to 1 lakh, appointed. But here it is relative of director. They have to, this is a wrong answer. Huh? This has to be B only. You guys are correct. This has to be B only. B. Because that example, AB, baby is a director in baby limit. I cannot be appointed there. Okay. So there's a mistake here. So guys, we have done 1920 also, correct? 30 is pending. 21 into 25. LLP, 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 LLP. 29th. I think we have done this, right? 30, sorry, 30, I need to check. No, 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 no. LLP. So these six are LLP. 21 to 25 and 30 is LLP. I'm going to check other questions. 13, 14, 14. 14 and then 6 to 12. Fifth is meeting. Sixth is also meeting. 7 is about shares. Mix of shares and CSR. Oh, eighth we can do. Eighth we can do. Question number 8 we are doing. Direct question or story you want? Direct question? For lazy people in the class. Shortcuts you want in life. Eighth. Shauryansh, oh not Shaurya, Shauryansh discussed the matter of nomination with his younger sister Shivangi to seek her consent to become nominee in so and so company OPC. And she, without any hesitation, agreed to the proposal. You are required to choose a correct option, which Shauryansh must have completed while making Shivangi as nominee. So basically, OPC का concept is there. OPC में you are appointing a nominee. Okay. In order to make Shivangi nominee, so and so company must have obtained a written consent letter from her and stated her name as nominee in the Mawaka under nomination clause. Here, second option in the Avva under nomination clause. That was the difference. Without stating her name. And kept the same in the records maintained at the register office. Tell me which one is correct. We have discussed this when we were doing Mawaka also. That normally there is 6 clauses, but in OPC there is one more clause, nomination clause. You have to write the name of the nominee. So eighth ka is A. Second, the case scenario mentions that the younger sister of Shauryansh started her own venture along with her classmate Mitali by incorporating a private limited company, namely Vanilla Point Private Limited, in which there are 50 shareholders, of which two are ex-employees, and the three are still in employment of the company. You are required to choose the correct options from those stated below as the maximum. How many more persons can be allotted shares in the company? How many more can be allotted? Basically, difference. Tell me, maximum is 200. 200 may you have to see joint shareholders excluded, employee ex employee should be excluded. 55 are there, 2 are employees, 3 are in employment. So 5 will reduce. 50 balance. Now, out of 200, 50 are already there. So how many more can be appointed? 150. So 2 guys B. 2 guys B. See, all are on concepts. Huh? They are not asking a direct answer. Ideally, the answer is 200 only, but you have to use your brain and get the answer. 3. Choose the correct option. From those stated below as to the circumstances under which Suryan shall mandatorily be required to convert its OPC into private limit or public limit. So it is basically when you will convert OPC into private and public mandatorily. First, this is A. Tell me, apple, ball, cat, dog, dog. I'm marking it. I don't know. I may be wrong. Fourth, the case scenario mentions that the younger sister of Shauryansh started her own venture along with her classmate Mitali by incorporating a private company, namely Vanilla Point Private Limited, to make various types of cookies, cakes, biscuits, and puddings. According to case, the company contemplates itself converting itself into OPC, with Shivangi becoming the sole owner of OPC. At present, she holds 61% of shares. Which type of resolution needs to be passed? That is basically you are converting it into OPC. From private to you are becoming to OPC. It's a conversion of the process. We have not done this. Hold on. So A is board resolution, B is ordinary resolution with NOC, and C is what? Ordinary resolution only authorizing the proposal and thereafter seeking the approval from ROC. In addition to no obtaining no objection certificate, and D is your SR. You tell me. 4 is what D? D. Okay. Tough. Fifth. According to case, Shauryan's maternal uncle Sarvesh, who had incorporated Shruti Talking Waves Private Limited OPC, in which Shauryansh was a nominee, could not recover from his brief illness, and because of this sad happening, Shauryansh had automatically attained the position of a member from that of a nominee, so that he became the member. Okay, you are required to choose the correct option below as to within how many days he should ensure that either he will continue with his OPC and that OPC, AB ko OPC, baby ko OPC. Okay, 60 days, 180 days, then within 90 days, and the other 270 days. Tell me what it is. B. Fifth guy is B. B. Sixth. Regarding carrying out NBFC, we have written in the note this. Huh? Regarding carrying out non-banking financial investment activities, including investment in securities of a body corporate, Shorenge would like to as to know whether when Graphic Creations Private Limited (OPC) can undertake such activity. Choose the apt answer. Let me read. Tell me. D. 6 का D. 1 A A 2 कभी 2 कभी 3 का D 3 का D 4 is also D 4 का D. It is basically you have to pass SR and take NOC from members. Fifth B, fifth B, sixth D, sixth D. Done? All right. Thanks. Law teaching. So we have done 8 also. Now 9, 10, 11, 12. I need to check. 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 is on shares. 10 is on oh, it's a story. Deposits and charge. No, it also has register of member. That basically shares wala chapter. Shares plus meetings. Meeting. Very lengthy case. 11. 11 we can do. We are doing 11. Nilesh, the sales executive in A1 Pharma Limited, who was working directly under Mr. Prabhat, the Vice President Marketing, as a member of his core marketing team, is desirous of availing loan from the company to purchase equity shares. Oh, choose the correct option. I have not taught it. This is shares ka answer, na, basically. So we are leaving this. It's a shares ka answer. 11 ka 1 I have left. The answer is that is basically 6 months ka salary you can give. We'll be doing this in shares wala unit. 2. It is evident that with a view to start his own firm production company, Anuvrat, earlier name Anuvrat, oh, incorporated as an OPC by the name Anuvrat Silver Band Private Limited in July 23, as regards the manner in which the company ka name outside the registered office shall be displayed, you are required to choose the correct option. How will you write? Like how will you write OPC ka name? It shall be displayed as like this. Same it is, na? A and B. A and B is the same exactly. C. Oh, Anuvrat Silver Band. B. In between it is OPC Private Limited. Here also same. There's a difference. Anuvrat Silver Band, if you see the manner in which company ka name, outside, register office Mumbai, required to be displayed shall be Anuvrat Silver Band Private Limited, one person company. This is same. If you read C is also same. Anuvrat Silver Band Private Limited, OBC. But here though it is bracket also there. So okay, D is different. Then what about A and B? I think they were trying to use the old name. This is earlier name was Anuvrat. This is Anuvrat. So they missed writing this name basically. Okay, there's a mistake probably. Okay. Now you tell me which one is correct. Which one is correct? C. C. You're saying A. Okay, writing A. Third. This is the same question. It is present that Mrs. Shakula, the mother of Anuradha, withdrew her consent to continue as nominee. She left. Okay. And notice to this effect was given by her on 8 July. You are required to indicate the correct option from this maximum time within which Anuvat is required to nominate another person. 15 days? 5, 15, 20, 30. Rika B. B. So I think first wala will be that Anuvrat. ANN, okay? But the spelling would be different, na? Both are right. If there's a mistake, ICAI will give you marks, okay? But I'm telling you in general, what is the error? It will be Anuvrat, ANNUVRAT, okay? Third, one is B, third is B, 15 days. Done. 12 is shares, 13 we have done. Done. So whatever is left is only for shares, meeting, and LLP. Okay. So when we do LLP, we'll try to do that. But have you understood the level of MCQs? So it's all on concepts. If your concepts are good, trust me, you will clear the exam. Okay. So we wind up this session here. Whatever MCQs are pending, you will do it on your own. If you have a doubt, you can message me. Online people, it's good. Tomorrow we have a test. Okay. Prepare for the test well. Around 9 chapters we have prepared. And MCQ and descriptive limit will be there. Cool. Bye, guys. Bye, online people. Sorry? No, we'll be writing test tomorrow, so no MCQ. Because LLP, we are doing prospectus not tomorrow. Now, what is left? Meetings, shares, and LLP. Meetings, AGM, I mean, shares and LLP ka questions are there in MCQ. That will do it on your own, okay? Cool. But you understood the pattern, the way of doing it? Cool. Bye, guys. Take care. I hope the session was useful, guys. Bye bye. I have time.